transformer coupled class A amplifier. Okay, we started discussing the transformer coupled class A amplifier. Okay, right? And what we have discussed in the previous class is, okay, so this is the transformer coupled class A amplifier. Okay, so what we have discussed in the previous class is that the load resistance, the DC resistance that we have at the primary winding. Okay, what was that? Please answer. What was the DC resistance here? Okay, between VCC and collector terminal, what is the DC resistance we have? Please answer.
Zero.
Very okay. It was 0, right? The ideal case, the DC resistance between VCC and collector. We discussed that resistance is 0. Okay. If that resistance is 0, then what we have? See, resistance is 0 means the potential difference across those 2 points. The DC potential difference across those 2 points is 0. Okay, right? So it is like this. Suppose 2 persons X and Y are there. The difference between the marks of X and Y is 0. Means, okay, marks of X minus marks of Y is 0. What do you mean? Okay, both X and Y have same marks, isn't it? Likewise, what we mean here is, okay, when the DC resistance is 0, which is the case here, what happens? The voltage here as well as the voltage here, but please note it is the DC voltage. Okay, don't get confused. We are now talking, so far we are talking only in terms of the DC voltage. Okay, the DC voltage here and the DC voltage here, they both become equal. Means VCC will be VCE. Okay, VCC will be equal to VCE. Okay, VCC will be equal to VCE. Right? Okay, so we now got what is the relation between VCC and VCE. So what will be the load line? Just look at this equation. Tell me what will be the load line. Anybody? Okay, I will give you 1 minute time. Think and tell me. Just look at this relation. Very easy. VCC is equal to VCE. I am giving you 1 minute time. Okay. So I am coming back. By the time, tell me what is the relation. What is the, okay. If we, what will be the load line? What will be the DC load line? Okay. Just look at this relation. VCE is equal to VCC. Tell me what is, based on that relation, tell me what is the load line. Okay. I'm coming back. Yes, anybody ready with the answer? Yes, students. What is the answer? Okay. First of all, in our characteristics, what is the x-axis? You tell me. VCE. Okay. Our x-axis is VCE, right? In our characteristics, the x-axis is VCE. So now what is VCE here from this equation? From this relation, what is VCE? VCE is simply equal to VCC. So if you plot this, how will that look like? Yes. If you plot VCE is equal to VCC, how will the plot be? I told you VCC is the con. Yes.
Linear.
Okay, straight line. But how will the straight line be? Parallel to x-axis, parallel to y-axis, or what? Any other different thing? How will the straight line be?
The slope line, sir.
Okay, I will tell you the answer for this. See, this is VCE is equal to VCC. Okay. So if you plot that, you will get a line parallel to y-axis. We will get a line parallel to y-axis because it is VCE is equal to VCC. Okay. The load line is not dependent on the collector current. Okay. The DC load line is not dependent on the collector current. So we have simply VCE is equal to VCC. VC is equal to constant. X value, any graph, X value constant means the graph will be straight line, okay, and parallel to y-axis because throughout this line, y is changing. Doesn't matter here. See this relation. VC is equal to VCC. Doesn't matter if I changes. Still VC is constant. Okay. So even when IC is 0, IC is 1, 2, 3, IC is whatever, the corresponding VCE remains fixed at VCC. So the DC load line is a line simply parallel to the IC axis with X value of VCC. Okay. So this is the DC load line. Now, what happens here is in this circuit, listen very carefully. As I told you initially, when no voltage, when Vin is not applied, okay, we have only the DC source, the resistance is 0. Now, when we start giving AC signal, we will have, from AC point of view, we will have a resistance at the primary. What did you call that resistance as in the previous class? Anybody? Please answer. Resistance at the secondary is RL. The resistance at the primary, what did we call in the yesterday's class?
RL dash.
Very good. RL dash. We call it as RL dash. Okay. So what happens is, for DC point of view, 0 resistance. AC point of view, we get RL dash. Okay. Right. So initially what happens is, okay, see we are operating, this is again class A. We are operating in the center of the, okay, center of the current voltage characteristics or the output characteristics of the transistor. Center means here. Okay. So what is done here is, this is the load line. We fix VCC by giving the supply, usually is a constant. Okay. Then we fix IC by fixing Like in previous class, how did we fix IB? By fixing this RB, we fixed IB. Same method. Okay. Once we fix IB, IC is automatically fixed. IC is equal to beta IB. Okay, right? So same method. We fix RB, that fixes IB, and that fixes IC. Okay, clear? Same as previous method. That is the reason we don't have the description here. Okay, same as previous method. So what we do here is VCC is fixed. Okay, IC we fix by adjusting RB. IB is fixed and then IC is fixed. DC point, we get the DC. Now, initially we are here. When we discuss that when we give an input signal, there are corresponding, okay, output signal swings. This we have discussed when we studied the series fed, okay, direct coupled class A amplifier, previous amplifier. So what happens? Initially we are here, okay. Now the signal swing will happen along this line, but because the signal swing is AC, the AC resistance will come into picture. Okay, here the DC resistance was 0, but now we are dealing with AC signal. The AC resistance will come into picture, okay, which is RL dash, okay. So now the situation from AC point of view will become somewhat similar to the previous amplifier. So AC point of view, now what we have is VCC, RL dash, transistor in the loop. Okay. So similar we have discussed in the previous case when we had VCC, RL and VCE. Okay, let me go there. When we had, okay, this is previous circuit, okay. When we had VCC, RL and VCE, the load line that we got was, okay, the load line that we got for this case was, okay, the relation IC is equal to -1 by RC or RL. Okay, I told you RC or RL, one and the same. So IC is equals to -1 by RL into VCE plus VCC by RL. When the load resistance was RL, the slope, see this is in the form of Y is equal to MX plus C. When load resistance was RL, the slope was -1 by RL. Here the load resistance is RL dash. Okay. In the collector loop, for our case, for this transformer coupled class A amplifier case, the resistance in the collector loop is RL dash. So we have VCC, RL dash and transistor. So we will have similar equation. Like in this case, okay. Like in this case, we will have similar equation. Can anybody see this equation and tell me what will be the equation for transformer coupled amplifier? Okay, anyway, we are not interested on the entire equation. We are interested only on the slope. What will be the slope be? Here, we had resistance RC or RL. Resistance was RC or RL. The slope we got was -1 by RC. There we have resistance RL dash. So the slope we will have is -1 by RL dash. What I am trying to say is, okay, we will have a similar slope. Okay, we will have a similar slope like this. Okay, and the slope will be -1 by RL dash. Now that is sufficient for us to plot the AC load line. That is sufficient for us to plot the AC load line. Okay, if we know the slope, right? If we know the slope and if we know the point through which the line is passing, you can get the equation of the line and you can plot it. The point through which the line passes, because I told you, when no signal, we are here. We adjusted VCC, we adjusted ICQ, we are here. When we give signal, it has to swing along the AC load line. Okay. And we discussed that initially we are here. So definitely this is a point through which the AC load line is passing. Okay. Right. And then it has slope similar to previous case. So the slope has to, the line has to be like this. So this will be the AC load line. Please observe here, the DC load line, AC load line are different. What is the reason, anybody? The transformer behaves differently for the DC signal and AC signal. Okay. So that is the reason the DC and AC load lines are different. Right? What about previous case? What about previous case? Are they both same or different? Previous case, class A amplifier. Class A amplifier, series fed amplifier case, whether the DC and AC load line are the same or different? Anybody? The DC and AC load lines for series, okay, fed direct coupled class A amplifier, they are same because we don't have a transformer. Excuse me. I'm coming back, 1 minute. Okay, so here the components that we have here, okay, right? The components that we have here in the output loop, load line, we are dealing with the load, okay, writing KVL equation in the output loop, okay. Here, these components, we have RL, okay, we have transistor. These components, okay, for AC and DC, especially this RL. The only difference was here we have RL, there we had transformer. Okay. This resistance, say resistance for AC or DC, it behaves the same. Okay. Right. So that is the reason both AC and DC load lines are the same for this particular amplifier, which is series fed direct coupled class A amplifier, whereas for transformer coupled, okay, class A amplifier, the two load lines are different. Okay, so this is the DC load line and this is the AC load line, right? Now, similar to previous case, okay, Imax, Imin, we are not disturbing the, okay, y-axis, isn't it? So the same Imax, see simple, if this is ICQ, double of that will be 2 ICQ. Okay. Then this is VCC, double of that will be 2 VCC. So the point where this AC load line intersects the y-axis will be 2 ICQ. The point where this AC load line intersects the x-axis will be 2 VCC. Okay. So what it means? Imax is 2 ICQ, Imin is 0. Okay. Vmax is 2 VCC, Vmin is equal to 0. Okay, fine. So next what we will do? Anybody answer? What we did for previous case? What will we do now? Previous amplifier, what have we done? Efficiency. The same thing. See what we did previous case? Load line. Okay. Then characteristics. Then efficiency. Okay. Right. And advantages. This the same thing we will do this. Next also for class B, we will do the same. Okay. So to get efficiency, what is the formula for efficiency? Anybody? Students, what is the formula for efficiency? Please answer.
Output AC by input
Output AC by out input.
AC 200.
Very correct answer. Output AC power by input DC power into 100, right? So what will be the input? What will be the input DC power here? What will be the input DC power? Please answer. See, power is voltage into current. So what is voltage? VCC. Please answer. Okay, VCC. Tell me what will be the power?
VCC into ICQ.
Very good. Okay, same logic here also. We have two currents, base current, collector current. Okay. In a transistor, when it is operating as an amplifier, it is in active region. So what happens? The base current is less. Okay. Why base current is less? Because base is lightly doped and very thin. Okay. Anyway, base current is less, and then collector current is very large. IC is equal to beta IB. If beta is 100 times larger than the base current. So we can neglect the base current compared to collector current. Actually, it is VCC into IB plus IC. But IC is much greater than IB. So we have VCC into IC. Okay, VCC into IC. Because we are dealing with the DC conditions, we will add Q. So VCC into ICQ. Okay. Same as previous explanation, buy one, get one free. Okay, so if you understood that, this part is the same. Okay. Next, AC, right? AC, what is the formula we had? We had the formula output AC power Vmax minus, okay, output AC power, we got it as Vmax minus Vmin in, okay, into Imax minus Imin by 8. Right? So this is what we got. Okay. This is what we got for the output AC power for class, okay, A. Right? See there, we only took in terms of Vmax, Vmin, Imax, Imin. That is the reason. We did not directly substitute ICQ, VCC. We took it in terms of Vmax, Vmin, Imax, Imin, so that we can reuse the same for the transformer coupled class A amplifier. Okay, right? So anyway, output AC power is Vrms into Irms. You know, RMS value of a sinusoidal signal is Vm by root 2. Okay, Vrms is Vm by root 2, Irms is Im by root 2. Okay. So P naught AC will be Vm into Im root 2 into root 2, 2. Vm into Im by 2. Right? So Vm is nothing but Vmax minus Vmin by 2. Im is nothing but Imax minus Imin by 2. So 1, 2 here, another 2 here, another 2 here, we have 8. So P naught AC will be V max minus V min into I max minus I min by 8. What I am trying to say is, this part is again same as the previous case. So again, okay, it's like buy one, get one free. The DC power and the input AC power, sorry, the input DC power and the output AC power, till here it is the same. Next, only these values they change. Anyway, V min, I min are zeros. So that also same as previous case. V min here is 0. I min along y-axis, I min is 0. So those are 0, same as previous case. I max is 2 IC cube. V max, see V max in previous case was VCC, now it is 2 VCC. So the only difference we have here is V max is 2 VCC. Remaining everything same process in the derivation. Okay, right? So what we will do, we will take I max. You can see here I max is 2 IC cube. I min is 0. V max is 2 VCC. V min is 0. Okay. So let us put those values. Remember I max 2 IC cube. V max 2 VCC. Okay. I max 2 IC cube. V max, okay, I max 2 IC cube, V max 2 VCC, right? Okay. So what we will have here, 2 VCC minus 0, 2 VCC. 2 IC cube minus 0, okay, 2 IC cube. So 2 into 2 will be 4. We will have 4 VCC into IC cube, 4 VCC into IC cube. Denominator we have 8, numerator 4. So 4 in 8 it goes 2 times, right? Okay, 8 in 4 it goes 2 times. So we have VCC into IC by 2. Okay, then what we have here? We have efficiency as output AC power by input DC power. Output AC power is VCC into IC cube by 2. Input DC power was VCC into IC cube. Okay, right? So VCC into IC cube by VCC into IC cube by 2 as it is. This is P naught AC. P in DC will be by VCC into IC cube. So this IC cube, VCC will cancel. We will have 1 by 2. So what will be the efficiency, percentage efficiency of transformer coupled class A amplifier? What will be the percentage efficiency? Please answer. Efficiency we got 1 by 2. What will be the percentage efficiency? Please answer.
50%.
Yes, very good, 50%. So again, the same question what I asked for previous case. Is this the minimum efficiency or maximum efficiency? Please answer. This 50%, is it the minimum efficiency or maximum efficiency? Yes?
Minimum.
No. See, I told you, we are considering maximum swing. Okay, along the entire load line, the swing we consider. Suppose we can consider small swing also. Okay, small swing also is possible. We can consider. Is it? But no, we considered what is the complete swing. What is the entire swing along the load line we are considering? What is the maximum, okay, signal that we can achieve? We are considering. What is the maximum output power we can get? Okay. What is the maximum output power? P naught AC. We are considering the maximum value. Okay. So the efficiency that we actually now derived 50%, that is the maximum efficiency of this particular amplifier. Okay, so the maximum efficiency of transformer coupled class A amplifier is 50%. Okay, suppose we don't use the entire swing. Input is small, so that output is small, say from here to here, not complete line. Say only from this point to this point. It is relatively small, suppose. Then efficiency will be less than 50%. Okay, so please remember this is the maximum efficiency. Okay, some textbooks they call it as eta max, percentage eta max, 50%. Okay, right? So the efficiency, this is the maximum efficiency of transformer coupled class A amplifier, 50%. Right? Okay. So anyway, a quick recap of whatever we have discussed so far. So we have started with this transformer coupled class A amplifier. What we are doing, in place of directly connecting RL, instead of directly connecting RL, we are connecting via a transformer. Okay. So what we have because of that? What do we have because of that? Okay, we have directly connecting. We are not connecting RL directly, we are connecting via a transformer. Okay, then we have discussed turns ratio, the relation between the current and turns ratio, inversely related. I2 by I1 is N1 by I2, N1 by N2. Okay, then we discussed voltage directly proportional to turns ratio. V2 by I1, V2 by V1 is N2 by N1. Rearranging that, we got this RL dash, the resistance reflected at the primary of the transformer, RL dash was N1 by N2 square into RL. Okay. So we first started discussing about the transformer. Okay. And then its relations. See, maximum efficiency. Maximum efficiency means maximum signal swing. The swing is along the entire load line. Okay. So the efficiency that we are deriving is maximum efficiency. Okay, right? If they ask in question maximum efficiency, you will derive the same expression. If they ask simply efficiency also, you will derive the same. Okay, right? Anyway. So then what we did, we discussed that because the resistance, the DC resistance is 0, we have load line parallel to y-axis. Okay, right? And then the DC load line is simply parallel to y-axis VCC. Okay, so it is like this. Because the DC resistance was 0, VCE was VCC. Because the DC resistance was 0, VCC was VCE, or VCE is equal to VCC. Okay, VCE is equal to VCC. Irrespective of whatever the value of y-axis, VCE is VCC. Okay, so the y component is constant VCC. So it is a straight line parallel to, okay, y-axis at x value VCC. So this was the DC load line, right? And we discussed by fixing RB, we fix IB, and by fixing IB, we fix IC. Okay, same as previous case. So we are fixing ICQ in the center of the active region, center of this characteristics, first quadrant center. Okay. Then we are here. Okay. So now this is when the input signal is 0. When the input signal to the circuit is 0, we are here, okay, at the center of the load line. Now when we give, okay, so now here, this point will also lie on the AC load line because, okay, one of the point, isn't it? If you're drawing graph, you will consider 0 also one of the point, isn't it? So this operating point will also lie on the AC load line, right? So we know the point on AC load line. We know the resistance reflected at the primary as RL dash, okay, as RL dash. When the resistance was RL when the resistance was, okay, RL or RC in the previous case, the slope that we got was -1 by RC. So the slope now we will get will be -1 by RL dash. Similar slope we will have, okay. So similar slope as the series fed, okay, direct coupled class A amplifier will have similar slope. So this will be the load line. So we'll have corresponding output voltages and currents. The only difference in the derivation is VCE is 2 VCC, remaining derivation the same. Okay, right? So we got 50% efficiency. Because VCE was 2 VCC, we got 25 multiplied by 2, 50%.